Hi, my name is Isabelle and this is Yoga for the Senses. Thank you so much for taking part with me. I'm releasing 5 different videos on the senses, and this video this week is all about taste. So we're going to be exploring our sense of taste and we're going to be doing a mindful eating exercise. So I'd like you to bring something that you can eat. So I've brought some honey. Where is it? I've got some honey. Ta-da! And you can bring anything. You can bring honey, you can bring Nutella. Ooh, that's a good shout. You could bring some fruit, you could bring some leftover curry, you could bring just literally anything you want to eat and you want to mindfully eat today. So bring that along and get into some comfy clothes. You don't need a mat necessarily. If you have one, that's great. All you need is some space and a bit of time. I just wanted to do a special mention or shout out to Be Her Lead. So these yoga classes have been made in collaboration with an amazing organisation called Be Her Lead. Be Her Lead work with women and young girls and teenagers in schools and create a really supportive network. And I've created these videos with them in mind. So if you're from Be Her Lead, welcome. I'm so happy to be doing yoga with you. But I also wanted to say that everyone else is open and welcome to these yoga classes. So wherever you're from, welcome. It's a real pleasure to have you. So get into some comfy clothes, get that little snack of yours, and let's get started. So starting today's practice in a comfortable seat. So you can have your legs crossed, one on top of the other. You can have your legs out. It's up to you, whatever feels comfy. And I hope you've brought some food for the mindful eating. So if you've got it, just pop it on the side, away from temptation. Just leave it there. And I'm going to cross my legs to start. Wherever you are, placing your hands on your knees or on your legs. And you can close your eyes or you can keep a soft gaze. And by that I mean looking kind of directly in front of you but slightly towards the floor. So you don't need to look at the video. Trust me and trust my voice. And start to notice your breath. So start to notice your body moving as you breathe in and you breathe out. Can you feel your chest and your belly rise? You might want to put one of your hands onto your belly and one of your hands onto your chest so that you can feel that breath. Or you might want to just keep your hands on your legs and notice the breath without touching yourself, touching your belly or your chest. So take a moment here to just notice your breath. And we're going to deepen the breath together. So we're going to take 3 rounds of breath. So breath in and breath out. And we're going to take the breath in through the nose and the breath out through the mouth. So deep breath in through the nose and deep breath out through the mouth. Nice. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last one. Super deep breath. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let it all out. Nice. And if your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. And let's take our snack, our food, our treats, whatever you picked today. I picked some honey. I love honey. You may have picked chocolates or some crisps or some leftover food, whatever it is, it all works. And today's yoga class is about our sense of taste, that amazing ability we have to just taste stuff and feel really good when there's amazing flavors that we get to taste. And I guess the reason I want us to try this mindful eating is that mindful eating is all about being aware of what you're eating and how it feels and how it tastes. Because we have a tendency to kind of race through stuff and lose that sense of awareness. So if I ask you, what was the last thing you ate today? So can you remember the last thing you ate before coming to this yoga class? So if I think about myself, the last thing I ate was beans on toast with salad for lunch. It was really good actually. But I was eating with my family and I was talking and, we had some cool conversations. And no, I do remember tasting it, but yeah, it was good. But have a think, because actually sometimes when you go back and think about times where you've eaten something, you might actually not really remember what it tasted like or whether you paid much attention to what it tasted like, because we have a tendency to kind of eat as we're talking to someone, like I did, so you kind of get into the conversation more than into the food sometimes, or we have a tendency to eat as we're working, like doing your homework, doing some work on the computer, you're on your phone, and you might be a bit aware of what you're eating, the flavours, but you're not completely focused. And this mindful eating practice is just a bit of fun and a bit of practice for you to see how it feels when you focus all of your attention on this one thing. So let's do it. Enough of me talking. If you have a spoon or a fork, get some food on it. And if not, just bringing the food up towards your face. God, I've got way too much honey on this spoon. Okay, bring the food close to your face and start to look at it. So really look at it. What colours can you see? What does the texture look like? Can you notice any reflections? Does it look pretty, or does it kind of look a bit weird? And then smell the food. Can you smell anything? So you might have picked something that just doesn't really smell anything. Maybe it smells really good and it's making your mouth water a bit. And then bring the food up to your ear. Now, I know that bringing honey up to the ear is a bad idea, but maybe some of you have picked something that's fizzy. Maybe it's a drink. And you might hear the bubbles. Or maybe it's something that you've warmed up and you can kind of hear it sizzling. Can you hear anything? I can't hear anything in this honey, unfortunately. Okay, and then bring the food to your lips without putting the food in your mouth. So we just bring the food to our lips and notice how it feels. Mine is super sticky, as you can imagine. And notice how your body feels. Is your mouth really watering now? And then place the food in your mouth. But I want you to do this really slowly, and I want you to focus on your sense of taste. So you might want to close your eyes here. And I know this might feel a bit silly, but no one's watching you. You know, you're doing this with a video, with me over a video. So just close your eyes if you feel good about that, and just enjoy the flavour and your sense of taste. eaten a bit too much honey in one shot. It's really nice. And keep focusing on that flavour and your sense of taste. And then if you've got a spoon or a bowl, just placing those away from you, just to the side. And come back to sit. You might want to uncross the legs and cross them with the opposite foot on top. I'm going to do that. And actually, let's all cross our legs. So for those of you who were sat with your legs out wide, if you can just cross your legs, that'd be great. And just take a moment to pause here and have a think about how that made you feel. Maybe you really enjoyed that and you discovered something new. You discovered that this food you picked has an amazing texture or smells really funky and tastes a lot better than it smells, hopefully. Whatever, you've discovered something new. Maybe you just didn't really get it and the exercise or this practice just didn't do much for you. Maybe you found it a bit frustrating because it was quite slow. Maybe you surprised yourself and you enjoyed it more than you thought you would. So just take a moment here to reflect on how that made you feel. And then focusing in one last time on your sense of taste. Can you still taste what you ate? So you might move the tongue around in your mouth a bit, kind of finding that taste once more. And this might sound crazy, but how amazing is it that we can taste and that we have this sense? And we're going to start to move. So you're going to inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, draw them down and back. Inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, draw them back down. One more time. Inhale, shoulders towards your ears, your spine is growing taller, and exhale, relax the shoulders down. Nice. Okay, we're gonna just rock from side to side. So I want you to rock from one sit bone to the other sit bone, just so that we can find center and that we can find connection with the ground. So once you've been rocking on both sides, see if you can connect both sit bones to the ground and feel like you're centered so that you've got equal weight in both sit bones. And then sit up a bit taller. Nice. And then we're going to inhale, push our shoulders and our head towards the front, towards our knees. And exhale, dome our back, chin to chest. So we're drawing big circles here. Inhale, big circles with the chest to the front. And exhale, dome your back, chin to chest. Inhale, sliding forwards, draw that big circle. Exhale. So you can speed this movement up, but see if you can stay connected onto your sit bones. And imagine that you're kind of moving from the center, that center that we found. And then start to draw circles the other way. So inhaling when you're coming towards the front and exhaling when you get to the back. Inhaling and exhaling. Speeding it up if you need to, and then coming back to center. Sits nice and tall, and we're going to inhale the left hand up, and then place that left hand to the right knee, and then place that backhand behind you, but try to place your fingertips on the mat so you're not collapsing into that arm. You're pressing into your fingertips up, and we're twisting. Deep breath in through the nose, and deep breath out through the nose. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come back through to center. Nice. We'll do the other side. So inhale your right hand up. And exhale, place that right hand to the left knee. Back hand comes behind you. And remember to stay onto your fingertips so you're not collapsing. And you're going to inhale. And exhale through the nose. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale. Look back to the front. And you're going to rock onto your hands onto all fours. So I'm just going to move to be on the mats. So rocking onto your hands, coming onto all fours, and spreading your fingers out like starfish. Checking that your shoulders are on top of your wrists, your hips on top of your knees, your hips on top of your knees. And then checking and feeling your hands pressing into the ground, your knees pressing into the ground, and then the tops of your feet pressing into the ground. Until you've got all 6 of these points of contacts which are pressing you away from the ground. Nice. Keeping a flat back. And we're going to inhale, curl the spine under, look up, draw your shoulders back. And exhale, look towards your belly button, doming your back, crunching the abs. Nice. Inhale, roll the head, chest up, shoulders back. And exhale, look towards your belly button. Nice. Last one, inhale, look up, draw your shoulders back. And exhale, look towards your belly button. Nice. Inhale, come to flat back position. And then you're going to move your knees out a bit wider, bring the big toes together. And then you're going to bring your hands forward slightly. And then you're going to bring your sit bones all the way down to your heels for child's pose. And in this position, bring your forehead down to the mat and press your palms onto the ground, but hover your arms off the ground. And that will help you so that you can press into your hands and press your sit bones into your heels. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. If your head doesn't touch the ground here, that's okay. It can be floating. And if it is too much for the arms, you can just release them down to the mat. Keep breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, we're going to look up towards our hands and we're going to slide all the way to lie onto our bellies. Whoa. Nice. And once you're on your belly, you're going to bring both your hands close to your armpits, next to your chest, and you're going to squeeze the elbows in, tops of the feet are touching the mat. So again, I want you to think of all the bits of your body that are in contact with the ground. Placing your forehead down on the mat. Then notice your hands are pressing down, your hips are pressing down, and then the tops of your feet are pressing down. Nice. And then we're going to inhale. Keep looking down, but peel the head and the chest off the mat, pressing into your hands, hips and feet. Cobra pose. Inhale, keep looking down so that you don't strain your neck. And exhale, forehead down to the mat. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, press into your hands, lift your head and chest up, squeeze your elbows in. You should feel your lower back starting to warm up. And exhale, lower down. Last one. Press into your hands, squeeze your elbows in, lift your head, chest. Look directly down, pressing to the tops of your toes and your hips. And exhale, head back down. Nice. And then you're going to curl your toes under and press into your hands. Come onto all fours. And then bring your sit bones down to your heels, and then we're going to lift the hips up for our first downward facing dog. So lifting your hips up and start to walk the dog. That means bending one knee after the other. So we're warming up the hamstrings, and then start to just stop moving the legs. And see if you might have to bend your knees a bit, but see if you can lift your hips up a bit higher. And then see if you can bring your heels a bit closer to the floor. And it's fine if they don't touch. They don't have to touch. In fact, mine don't touch at all. Alright, and then you're going to bend your knees, bring your chest towards your thighs, look towards your hands, and we're going to tiptoe all the way up. Our feet all the way to our hands. You might come to your fingertips, and then you're going to forward fold. So that means bending your knees as much as you need to, hands flat on the floor, relax your head. Nice. And then you're going to roll up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Head comes last, nice and gentle. You're unraveling. And all the way to standing. Nice. Notice how you feel. And we're going to flow. So before we flow, we are going to stand in our Tadasana, which is our mountain pose. So thinking of mountains that are immovable, they're strong, they're really rooted into the ground. They're really kind of fixed into the ground. I want you to feel like a strong, beautiful, powerful mountain. So bring awareness to your feet and maybe rock from side to side, front to front, just to find all the points in your foot that are in contact with the ground. And then find your center once more and feel that all corners of your feet are rooting down. You've got a strong foundation like a mountain. So find that rooting down, and then you're going to bend your knees. You might not see with my baggy trousers, so bend your knees slightly. And then press away. Start to activate the legs as you do so. You've got that strong foundation in the feet, and now your legs are pressing away, so they're activating. And then bring awareness to your hips. So your hips might be kind of going inwards like this and back. So see if you can kind of bring the hips forwards like so, so that your spine is nice and straight, and so that you're kind of crunching your abs a bit here. You're activating them. Yeah, so like this. You're shifting them in. And then bring awareness to your chest and your spine. See if you can stand a bit taller. And then bring awareness to your shoulders. Bring your fingertips onto your shoulders and press the shoulders down, so you're relaxing them down. Arms are going to come down to the side, palms facing forward. Look slightly up. You are a strong, beautiful, immovable mountain. Nothing can shake your steady foundations. Feel the power. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice. Alright, we're going to start flowing. So we're going to inhale, arms come out wide, up and overhead, palms come to touch. Bend your knees, fold forwards, both hands touching the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, so either fingertips on the mat or fingertips on your shins. Look directly down and roll your shoulders back and try to get a nice flat back. And exhale, fold forwards, palms to the floor. Inhale, bring your right leg back and then your left leg back, coming into plank. So finding a bit of a shift. So you're kind of shifting into your hands and then you're pressing your heels back. So you're kind of playing here, finding that long line from your head all the way down your spine, down your legs into your heels. You are a strong, straight line. And then bring your knees down so that you're on all fours. Whew. And then we're just going to bring the right leg out. So finding that strong, straight line with your side body, your legs. And then you're going to bring that right foot in between the hands. And then you're going to press into that front foot. Bring both arms up, palms together as you inhale. And exhale, both palms come down. Keep that left hand pressing down and open up towards the right with your right arm. So pointing your right arm towards the ceiling for a nice twist. And exhale, palm comes down. And then you're going to bring the front foot back down so that you're on all fours. And then you're going to bring the left leg out, nice and long. And then bring that left foot in between the hands. And then you're going to pressing into that front foot. Inhale, both palms come up. And exhale, both palms. So frame that front foot. Keep that right hand pressing next to the foot. And then open up towards the left. Bring that left arm up. Twist. And exhale. Bring that hand back down and bring the left foot back so that you're on all fours. Nice. And we're going to come into another child's pose. So bringing your knees out slightly, big toes together, arms in front of you and forehead down. Deep breath in here and deep breath out. So today we're exploring our sense of taste and we're also exploring twists. So we're doing a few twisting poses, which you will have noticed. So we did a seated twist at the beginning, and we just did a few twists there. And the reason for that is that twisting helps us digest. So it helps us to kind of massage the internal organs, and it just makes us feel a bit better, makes our bellies feel a bit better. So just wanted to let you know, little FYI for you. Okay, and then you're going to look towards your hands and you're going to come up onto your knees, all fours, and then you're going to come up into a downward facing dog. Coming into that downward facing dog, pressing into your hands, and then lifting your hips up and try to bring those heels a bit closer to the mat, but bend your knees as much as you need to. You want to try to get your back nice and straight. Alright, and then you're going to look towards your hands, bend your knees as much as you need to, gaze forward, and this time you have the option either to step up or hop. So hop your feet towards your hands and forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, so onto your fingertips, or hands on your shins, draw your shoulders back, flat back, and exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, Arms come out wide, palms come to touch. Palms all the way down through to heart center. Nice. And finding your mountain pose. So checking your feet are grounded. Activate your legs. Move your hips, activate your abs. Lift your torso, relax your shoulders, head up, palms facing forward. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice. Okay, we're nearly done for today. We're going to do a chair pose position. So I want you to bring your feet slightly, you can bring them under your hips, so your feet are under your hips, and you're going to find a bit of a bounce in your knees. Find a bit of a bounce and move your arms from front to back, and then we're going to move them all the way from the back to the front and sit down, so sit into that imaginary chair. And then look down. Can you see your toes? If you can see them, great. If you can't, sit a bit deeper. And you've got the choice. You can either bring your arms as high as you can, try to bring them close to your ears. If that's too much, you can bring them down, or you can bring them palms together towards your heart. Up to you. Deep breath in this chair pose. Deep breath out. Inhaling, last rounds, and exhaling. Inhale, palms come together, and we're going to twist to the right. So bringing your left elbow to your right knee. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your palms back to center, and then you're going to shift your weight into your left foot. Hover your right foot off the ground so that you're kind of just on your tiptoe, and then you're going to bring that right foot all the way behind you. Place that back foot at a 90-degree angle, so parallel to the wall behind you. Keeping that front foot shooting towards the front. And then you're going to bend that front knee, arms come out wide. Warrior two. Nice. And we're going to inhale, extend that front leg, palms come together to touch, look up, and exhale, bend that front knee, bend a bit deeper, look towards that front hand, you got this. Inhale, palms come to touch, look up, extend that front leg, and exhale, bend that leg, look towards that front hand, warrior two arms. Inhale, extend that front leg, palms come to touch, look up, and exhale, bend that front leg for a deeper stretch. Warrior arms, look towards that front hand, look towards that middle finger, and then inhale, extend that front leg, hands to your hips. Then you're going to bring that front foot parallel to the other one, so they're parallel to one another, and then the right foot pointing forward, and we're going to do the other side. So bending that front knee, arms come out wide, warrior two. Inhale, extend that front leg, palms come to touch, look up, and exhale, bend a bit deeper, warrior two arms, look forward. Inhale, extend that front leg, palms come to touch, and exhale, bend that front knee, look towards your hands. Last one. Inhale, extend that front leg, look up, palms come to touch, and exhale, bend that front leg for a deeper stretch, warrior arms. Look towards that middle finger. We're doing really well. And then we're going to inhale, extend that front leg, hands to your hips. And then you're just going to bring that back leg to meet the front one. And we're going to find a little bounce in our knees and come into another chair pose. So swing the arms back and to the front. Chair pose, deep breath in. Deep breath out, sit a little deeper. Can you see your toes? Inhaling, last one, and exhale. Hands, palms together to heart center. We're going to twist to the left. So right elbow to left knee. Nice, inhaling and exhale, bring the palms to heart center, extend your legs, relax your arms, breathe. Nice. Okay, and we're going to end the practice today with one final twist. But before we get there, we're going to come down into a squat. So finding your feet are open, but they're a bit wider apart than your hips. So making sure that your feet are a bit out, and they're kind of outwards like this. And then you're going to bend your knees, arms come up, and then you're going to come all the way down until your elbows meet your knees, coming into squats. This is a funny one. And see if you can not dump here, kind of hang out in the squat, but really press away so that you're activating all the muscles in your back, in your spine, in your thighs. Nice. And then press and sit down. Extend your legs out, give them a wiggle. And we're going to do a final twist. So you're going to kind of shift all of your weight into the left, and you're going to bring your left leg in, and you're going to shoot that left knee forwards. Your heel is in, and then you're going to bring your right foot, the sole of the foot, onto the outside of that knee, that left knee. And then you're going to make sure that both of your sit bones are touching the floor. So checking that you've got those two things are nice and grounded. And then you're going to inhale your left hand up and exhale, bring that left elbow to right knee, and then bring that back hand behind you. Again, not collapsing into the back hand, try to come onto your fingertips. And in this twist, I like you to use your breath. So with every inhale, see if you can grow a bit taller, and with every exhale, see if you can twist a bit deeper. So inhale, sit a bit taller, and exhale, twist a bit deeper, look over your shoulder a bit more. Last one, inhale, sit a bit taller, and exhale, twist a bit deeper, nice. Inhale, come back to center, undo the legs, place them in front of you, give them a wiggle, and then we're going to shift all of our weight to the right. We're going to bring the right heel in, and you want the right knee to be shooting forwards, and then you're going to bring the left foot on the outside of that bent knee, and then make sure that both of your sitting bones are sitting down. So you're nice and grounded and balanced here, and then we're going to inhale. Right arm comes up this time, and then right elbow to left knee to the outside, so that you can twist and bring that back hand behind you, but not collapsing into it. Inhale, sit a bit taller, can you find a nice straight spine? And exhale, can you look over your shoulder? Deep breath in. Make sure that you find tiny movements. Even if you twist a tiny bit more, it doesn't have to be a big movement at all. Just be gentle. Deep breath in. Last one. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Release the legs. Wriggle them out in front of you. And we're going to come to our final position, Shavasana. So place the arms in front of you, zombie style, and you're going to roll all the way down, but try and do it really, really slowly so that you're rolling every vertebra down, nice and slow. Get those abs working. Come to lie on your back. So you've got your arms out wide, Your palms are facing upwards towards the ceiling. Your legs are out wide. And if it feels comfortable here, you can close your eyes. Noticing how you feel after this yoga practice. You might want to either whisper it or say it in your head. I feel ... So just tell yourself how you feel. Whatever that is, no judgment. And I hope you enjoyed twisting today and also exploring your sense of taste. So let's reconnect with our sense of taste one last time. Can you taste anything right now? Do you still have the taste of whatever you were eating before? So maybe moving your tongue slightly in your mouth. Can you taste anything? It's making me hungry. And I'd like you to try to do one mindful eating session this week. So next time you're having a snack or you're having a meal, see if you can do the mindful eating that we did together. Just try it one more time, just to see how does it feel. And also, once you've done, well, if you decide to do it, obviously I can't force you and it's up to you, but if you decide to do it, awesome, and if you don't, that's fine. Try to remember the mindful eating that we did today, like in a few days' time. Notice if you remember it more than other meals or when you eat normally. Just notice what happens, or maybe you don't remember it as much, but just notice that. And then you're going to bring both of your arms up and overhead. And you're going to bring your feet together and just stretch here. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then lower your arms however you want to lower them. Just leave them on like that. And we're going to bring the palms together here and bring both of our hands to our forehead for peace, to our heart for love, and both palms down to the ground for gratitude. Thank you so much for coming. If you want to chill out a bit more in Shavasana, so put some nice music on and just lie here, or without any music, you're welcome to. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.